Get ready with me while I share a few of the reasons why I decided to homeschool my kids. Growing up and going to public school, homeschooling is something that was just so foreign to me. You never really heard about it. And I feel like everyone would say that kids who are homeschooled are weird and all these other stereotypes. So it's not something I ever really thought about until I had my first daughter. And just the idea of sending her away to school at 5 years old, not seeing her for half the day, just did not sit well with me. My husband was not fully on board with the homeschooling, so we did send our oldest two daughters to a private school for a few years. But then during COVID, we decided to just give it a try. At the time, my husband was traveling a lot for work, and it was really nice to be able to just tag along with him and explore the country a little bit. One of my favorite things about homeschooling has honestly been just the flexibility. The fact that you can travel whenever you want to, you can take a vacation or go on a little trip, or even just take a day off for one of the kids' birthdays. I also love that you can go at your own pace. So if the kids are doing really well in a subject, they can just move on to something else. They don't have to keep reviewing it and reviewing it. Also, if they're struggling in a certain subject, you can take as long as you need for them to review it and to go over it until they fully can comprehend it. Something else that I really love is just knowing that your kids are safe. You know who they're around all day. You never have to worry about school shootings. You never have to worry about inappropriate teachers. There's just so many stories out there, and you never know who's in the school that your kids go to. You never know those people, those adults, what they're capable of. And I just love that that's one less thing for me to worry about. Also, I know this is so random, but I think it's so weird for kids to have to ask permission to use the bathroom. I remember in school so many times having to go and the teacher's like, I don't believe you, you already went. I remember growing up and starting my first job, literally asked my boss permission if I could go to the bathroom. Like, how embarrassing is that? But that's what was instilled in me. And that's something I never want my kids to have to experience. One thing I get asked the most is, how are my kids socializing with other kids? I truly believe that kids should not just be getting their socialization through a bunch of other kids their age. They should be socializing with kids that are older, kids that are younger. This is how they learn, this is how they grow, this is how they're able to excel in life. Because really think about it, when else in your life are you going to be in a situation where it's just people your age? When you get a job, or when you go to church, or when you go to a concert, when you go anywhere, the grocery store, you're going to be dealing with people of all ages. But they are also able to be around other kids their age if you sign them up for extracurricular activities, things like church and Sunday schools. A lot of homeschools also do co-ops. And the last thing I'll say is that I love the fact that homeschool is only 2 to 4 hours a day, depending on the day, depending on the grade. Your kids are able to spend a lot more time playing, coloring, running around, and they just have a lot more time to be kids instead of, sitting behind a desk all day and waiting for their peers and everyone else to catch up. I have heard from teachers that a big portion of the day you are spending trying to calm the class down, trying to get everyone to pay attention. When my kids went to private school, I did a lot of PTO and volunteering, and I have so much respect for teachers and for everything that they do, and I definitely think that they are underpaid.